What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. We got some new Dax, a real man. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 5K. Thank y'all so much for the support. Oh man, let's go ahead and get into this, man. Dax definitely puts out these bangers when it comes to real life. So see what we got this go around. Cheat you that. A real
Yeah,
motherfucking
yo.
man.
Yeah, she says she wants a real man.
Uh,
One who opens up the door, holds her hand, and still smiles when he feels bad.
yeah.
In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad.
Uh,
One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side, and gets a real bag. Yeah, she says she wants a real man.
That's so crazy. Because look, it's I'm pretty sure I would say a good chunk. I don't even want to put a percentage out there, but if you're, a man and you've heard this, like, oh, you're not a real man if you don't da 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 da. A real man would do da 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 da. A lot of us have heard that. And the things that they would attach to what a quote unquote real man is, like he was saying, like a lot of those things that he was, saying as far as like a real man that does this, who does this, kind of puts his dreams to the side to get a real bag and da 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 da. That's not the definition of a real man. Like, I need y'all to like understand that, and it's unfortunate that that's what some women deem to be like, and it's almost like it will be used as a kind of as this weapon. It's just like to kind of emasculate. It's just if things aren't going their way, again, not all women, but it's like it's being used when something isn't going their way, and it's just like, oh, you're not a real man if you don't do these things for me that I deem, X, Y, and Z. And that's not the case. So I'm curious to see. He's already on point when, kind of picking at those particular things, picking those particular things from the first part of the song.
But
So
what she wants is not for real, man. Real story ever told. Can't have a man who's making money, always home. Hard like a truck, that's why he's always on the road. Providing
that's true.
everything you need to live the life.
It's true. Like, you gotta understand, like, you want him to be home all the time, but you want him to make the money. Like, make it make sense. There's this weird delusion. Oh, and again, it's not all of them. I need guys to understand, like, those aren't even the women that you even want. Like, stop, entertaining that, because it's just all like they're like I was saying, it's just all like if you're not giving them what it is that they want, then all of a sudden you're not a real man. And you just have to sit there and think about it. It's just all like, you want all of my attention, but I have to make money. And a lot of times, and not all the times, but what's jacked up is you'll see a man that's working hard, and the woman's reasoning for cheating is because he doesn't spend enough time with her, which is wild because it's just all like, okay, well, I'm making this money for us, but if I'm here more, I won't get the money, and you might be upset that you're seeing me too much. Like, so again, if you're dealing with a woman like that, or if you're a woman like that, please understand, give me an example of this mystical guy that gives you all the time in the world, but is still making the bag. Like, sometimes you will hear them talking about, like, oh, I just want to go on vacation, da 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 da. The dude that's actually working, we're not even saying just the 9 to 5, but even just the 9 to 5, whether 9 to 5, he has his own business, whatever it may be. This random, like, let's go and do whatever just because, where are y'all getting this? Like, legit, where are y'all getting this? Even some of the most successful people, they could, but there's going to be a cost for it. Usually there's going to be some money or something with the business that's missed. And if they are able to do that, usually on average, that's later on in the guy's life. You know what I mean?
If you say you won't, can't have a man who wears his heart on a sleeve that won't rip once a while at the seams. Especially if you never take the time to look into his eyes and hear him when he silently screams. Yeah, she says she wants a real man.
Has to.
One who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad.
We got know this from the electric company.
In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad. One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag.
Give me 2 more days.
Yeah,
That
she
is
says
all
she
I'm
wants
asking.
So okay, I'm seeing that. So basically it's one of those things where it's like us as men, it's like keeping up this illusion. Oh yeah, everything's taken care of. And you're like literally working hard, but then you get something like this, and he's just like, look, I just need some more time. It's not actually under control, but he's trying to keep it together, show face and different things like that. So yeah, I definitely get that. But before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Yeah, these are not singles, these are albums. But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out, because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So anyways, guys, hey, you can tell with his face.
But what she wants is not for real. That Disney movie that she wanted was a dream and not reality, or something that she got.
Hey, honey,
That man
almost
up on a
home.
pedestal discards him when she found out he was human and he dropped. He's not perfect,
We're
but
really
he
backed up today because we're
tries
short
to
staffed.
live up to her beautiful lies.
It's fine. It's fine.
The
We can
man
always
he
do
once
another
knew
night.
on the inside him died. Yeah, she says she wants a real man.
Dang, she got all dressed
One
up.
who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad. In control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve, but don't get mad.
Don't get mad.
One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real
Don't tell me
bag.
to get home and she's
Yeah, she
cheating.
says she wants a real man. But what she wants is not for real, man. Love is patient.
Oh, okay.
Love is kind.
Goodness.
Can be evil and also blind. God made man, then said in life, he'll find good things when he finds his wife. So as a real man, broken and confused, struggling, not knowing what to do, he
Yeah.
dove to the bottom of the bottle, drowned in his sorrows, and prayed one day she would rescue. By stop pointing out all his mistakes, be the
In 2
place he
years,
felt
you were
safe
doing
to
so well.
express the emotions. The world said he can't, he's the rock that she needs, but she hammers away at the love that he has, like she wants it to break despite all of the pain.
Now, I will say this, guys, because sometimes I will, I can say just as a man, sometimes we will hold all that stuff in, and we won't be understanding that she may understand. Because it's better, like sometimes we think, oh, it's better to hold it all in. But like in this particular example, where it's just all like, she was like, it's been 2 years, da 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 da. You've been doing so well as far as not drinking and different things like that. And then kind of like at that moment, him now just kind of like letting everything out, and it's just all like, no one wants that, like, to just have it all thrown at you at one time, and they're sitting up there like, what the heck, I thought everything was good. And then your excuses, I was just trying to, be the perfect man and this and this. If she loves you, she is going to understand, you know what I mean, like as far as you letting her know, you know, but there's still going to, it's still not right, as far as us as men, kind of holding it in. If you think that you can't, because there's a difference between like always complaining and just crying for every little thing, and you literally doing the best you can, and you putting in place that communication, like, hey, this is going on, this and this, so far I didn't see any kids. So in this particular situation where he's working hard and she's apparently not working at all, type of thing, and it's just all like, look, hey, whatever, for whatever it is you need to do. But if that was a situation where there's no kids, she's not working at all, he's taking the burden because he's the quote unquote man. These are the talks that need to be had. You know what I mean? Because it's just all like it's doing more harm than good. As far as if she is able to work, if she wants to work, and there can be a contribution that way he can alleviate some of that. But we think, oh, she's in the workforce, she's probably going to cheat, she's going to make money and feel da, 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 da. And it's just all like, yo, we're in such this weird place when it comes to things. And as a man, yeah, things are weird, but I can definitely say the best thing to do is not to be like holding all of this in just to let it all out, like like when everything is just like falling apart, and this is the time that you choose to just like explode, on the person that's closest to you. So I like the way that it's being described. I can dig. I'm not sure if this is, just the pocket that Dax has found itself in, more of this country kind of appealing to more people than a specific subset of people, So I already know a lot of people are going to be able to relate to this, you know what I mean? So let's finish it up.
Become the whole picture she paints till she woke up one day, said she's walking away, looked him dead in the face and then screamed. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, one who opens up the door, holds her hand and still smiles when he feels bad, in control of his emotions, wears his heart on his sleeve but don't get mad.
Pregnant.
One who gives her all his time, puts his dreams to the side and gets a real bag. Yeah, she says she wants a real man, but what she wants is not for real, man.
What she wants is not for real, man. Dang, man. Look, man. Like I said, there's us as men, we have to learn discernment. Yes, she looks good. Yes, she makes us feel good. But what happens when ish hits the fan? It's just like, yeah, we want to be able to provide for and do all this thing, but we have to understand what we're capable of, and our woman has to understand what we're capable of. So that way, there's going to be, of course, you want to provide everything for your woman and everything like that. But it's got to be with a woman who understands the reality of the situation. It's like, she's not like, if you're not the type that is really balling out of control and everything like that, don't set that expectation of, ooh, she's thinking, oh, I'm always gonna get these bags, I'm always gonna be, going to these fancy restaurants, da 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 da. And again, it's not to say whether a woman deserves that X, Y, and Z or not. Like, us as humans, we just, no matter what, don't need to be doing all of that all the damn time. If you're a person who feels like your only way to feel fulfilled and happy in life and feel like you're special is by expensive things, expensive vacations, all this stuff, yeah, maybe there's a dude for you. But like I said, the average guy who is making his living, everything like that, just do not put the false expectations out there. Find you a person who is going to love and like you for you. You know what I mean? Because the foundation is going to be better suited for real life stuff that happens. There's no reason why you should be going to breaking your back, to provide in the situation that doesn't call for it, because you're with a person that if all of that fell apart, she would be gone. Not every woman is like that. That's why I'm saying you have to be straight up. And if that's not nothing that she wants, that is cool. A lot of times we think like we have this lack mindset, they say have an abundant mindset, have an abundant mindset. There are plenty of women, they outnumber us. And I think it's for that reason. You know what I mean? But you she's out there. And I'm not just saying that to y'all. I'm telling myself that, because there's times where you'd be like, dang. But in my case, it's just all like I'm not out there. I'm literally in grind mode, all these different things. So I'm not sitting there like, why isn't she falling from the sky? Da, 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 da. No, like I'm sitting in reality. You know what I mean? So guys, just sit in reality. I hear what Dax is saying in this, you know, and but there is a way to tell whether or not that woman is a rock or she's just, a gem. She's there to look pretty. She's not there to help anchor you down or different things like that. You know what I mean? But this was a dope track. I think it's conversations like this that need to be had, especially in for the fellas, because it's just, I see this happen so often, and I see dudes that destroy their whole empire. The woman's just on to the next. You know what I mean? And it's just all like, again, not all women are like that, but there's a specific type of woman that it seems like us as men that we see that we go to, and these are the ones that end up destroying you. And it's just all like, and you're like, man, this came out of nowhere. Da, da, da. We see it in divorces. We see it as far as in unaliving and different things like that. And it's just all like, yo, sometimes you'll see that ex or whatever, and it's just all like, my G, she looks like she was going to destroy you. Like, come on. We gotta stop. We gotta start thinking with this head and not the other head. You know what I mean? So, but this was dope. Let me know what y'all think. I know sometimes Dax gets a bad rap, especially when it comes to certain songs they may feel is corny or different things like that. But I think that what he's doing, and especially with songs like this, it is something that's not talked about. And I know it's not in hip hop standards, it's in more like this country thing, which, you know, but I think he needed to do it in this style to get the point across. And if you could do it in a hip hop way as far as a rap way, then, leave it in the comments as far as that particular track. And I'm gonna be thinking myself, like, okay, is there a way to elaborate that in a more like rapping version, or did he go about it the way that it might have been the most effective? You know what I mean? Sometimes the abrasiveness of rapping can turn people off before they even hear it. You know what I mean? So if you do have that capability like Dax to be able to switch it up, kind of soften it up, but still give the same message, then that's dope. That's dope. But anyways, guys, it's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. On the road to 5K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all. Peace.